Hi folks. So it's early. Just had breakfast, but yeah. Again, I had dreams in sleepy time, and the dreams were of me reacting harshly or with a degree of malice towards somebody, and the situation only getting worse. And then when I woke up, I felt God was questioning me about how I reacted in the dream. And then, in my mind, I was shown how I should have reacted. And if I had reacted in that way, the situation would have got better. So basically, if I hadn't reacted with malice, then the situation would have got better. But anyway, I was talking to God yesterday about all of this and saying, well, yeah, I see ministers. Yeah, they're trying not to offend, and they're leading people on a path or a destination to hell because they're not helping people to deal with their issues. Yeah, they're helping people to react in a way that's harsh and judging and comes with some degree of punishment. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be helping people to remain or to stay or to even come onto that path that has a destination to hell. I don't want to be that. Well, of course, in dreams, God is showing me that in my dreams, I am that. In my dreams, I'm reacting in a way that's encouraging people to be on that path. And so, yeah, brilliant. Because when God is using your dreams to teach you and to educate you and to help you, then that's great. Yeah. But it's such a true point, because that's the point. If you don't react, if someone does something that you could take offense to, but you don't react, yeah. Because again, the truth of the matter is, unless you're supposed to deal with people's sin, unless you're supposed to help people to deal with their sins, your job is not to see people's sin. Your job is not to care at all about somebody else's sin. Their sin is their problem. You're not supposed to get offended. Because like the church says, you're supposed to love the Christian but hate the sin. Yeah. But no. That's baby understanding. But that's basically saying you're not supposed to hate the person. That's all that's about, is saying you don't hate the person. But it's said in a way that's not helpful. Because if you hate the sin, you react badly to the sin. You're not supposed to react badly to the sin. You're not supposed to take notice of it at all. That's the point. You're not. You're not supposed to take notice of sin at all. But because we've been taught we're supposed to hate the sin, we react badly to sin. Yet we're not supposed to react. It's not helpful. It only causes situations to get worse when we do that. So, yeah. We're supposed to get to a point where we don't react. And again, that's not supposed to be once we die, because once we die, it's too blinking late. It doesn't matter. When you're in heaven, there's no sin. So it doesn't matter if you don't react to sin when you're in heaven, because there's no blinking sin there anyway. This whole point that people in church believe we'll get perfected once we die. Too late. There's no need to be perfected once we die. It doesn't glorify God in any way, shape or form, because everyone up there is perfected. So it's not even noticeable, is it, really? So, it's churchy, demonic thinking. That's just wrong. No, again, it's not about trying not to offend people, because we should never try not to offend people. Yeah, truth should always be something that is given. Yeah, and the problem is when we're trying not to offend people, that means we are going to water down truth when we're asked to give truth. Because we're going to be operating on that, well, let's make sure this doesn't offend people. Yeah, I'm not supposed to do that. No. Well, as I say, I have reacted. Yeah, whenever I've been banned from a church, I've reacted. When I was banned from the gym, I reacted. I reacted with negative and with malice. Yeah. Or some anger, more than malice, but yeah. Well, especially with regards to churches, because, yeah, as I said before, they have the understanding that without church, you cannot survive as a believer. That church is absolutely and totally, without doubt, fundamental to somebody's walk. So without church, you can't walk. The devil will get you. That's what they believe. And yet they're quite happy to ban you from church, which means in their own understanding to send you to hell. Because you won't agree to not try to offend people. And yeah. Yeah. But yeah, even that, when you're dealing with that stuff, understand it's their problem, it's not yours. As soon as you react in a way that causes the situation to get worse, unless God wants you to do that, then you've made their problem yours. And now you've got a problem that you've got to deal with. Yeah? Why would you take on yourself a problem that isn't yours? Now, of course, that's an interesting question, because if someone needs help, then someone has a problem, and if you're going to help them, you take their problem on yourself. Different thing completely. Getting offended because you took someone else's problem onto you and made it your problem is a different area of that. So, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. It is wonderful where God is teaching you and using your sleep. And it wasn't just last night, it's most nights. I get dreams where I'm in challenging situations and I tend to react in a worldly way. And when I wake up, there's a little sort of meeting about the dream where gently God helps me to see how I should have reacted. And yeah, it's always right, because again, what we don't want is to make things worse. And the problem is when we react because we've got offended and because we've got irritated or frustrated or whatever, we're not thinking, is what I'm doing going to make this better? But actually it's not about, is it going to make it better? Is what it's about is what you're going to say or do for the blessing of that person. Now, so sometimes truth that offends is for the blessing of that person. So, yeah. Sometimes as a way to bless someone, that person gets offended. Yeah. Yeah. But in the end, again, that's up to God. God will be the one to choose that. But if you say something out of malice, then that's for you. That's because you got hurt, and the reaction to being hurt is to hurt. Yeah. And that's about you. It is not in any way, shape or form about that other person or for the benefit or blessing of that person. So, yeah. Take a when someone has done something, take a moment and choose not to take offence. So there you go. You take care. God bless. Bye.